Okay, hey, so here is your program for the next month. I'm going to send you on the Excel sheet, so don't worry about the reps and stuff, they're all there. I'm just going to show you the movements so you know what to do. The first one I'm going to go through is the rolling of the pecs, which we did in the gym the last day. You're going to get your roller, you're going to put most of your body weight through your legs and the other arm, and then you're just putting a little bit of pressure on that area that we're trying to target. So I'm kind of on my side, but also a little bit on my front. My arms reaching out, and then I'm just moving up and down, moving kind of my hips more than anything. It's kind of hard to see from here, but you remember it. I'm just trying to target this area here, which I think is a big contributor to that pain in the collarbone. Let's do that on both sides though. Pendulum one is next. This is the one that's just trying to kind of like relieve all the tension around that shoulder. And let's just do it on the sore side, which is your left, but I'm going to show you on my right. You're going to just holding on to something. You're going to start and you're going to use your whole body to kind of swing that arm and just let that arm kind of create more a pendulum effect as you go along. And it should just kind of like relieve some adhesions in that arm. Do as many of those as you want, and it should feel kind of nice. It shouldn't feel sore. Bicep stretch is the next one. We'll do this one on both sides. So you're going to lift your arm forward and you're going to rotate that arm as far as you can until your palm is almost away from you, relaxing the rest of your body. And then once you get to kind of your full range of motion there, you're going to go back as far as you can as well. For me, I'm feeling a stretch there now because my bicep is kind of tight, and it's only here. But ideally, you want to eventually be getting it back to there. So the three things you do is you reach forward until you can't reach anymore without moving the rest of your body. You rotate until you can't reach anymore, and then you go back. Just should feel a good stretch on that one. What is next? This one we didn't do. You are going to get, I think you might have one of those loop bands, or you're going to get like a pair of tights or socks or something, or even a big band and double or triple it over, like I'm going to do. Then you're going to get it around your forearms. Now this one is a little bit strange, so listen up. Okay, so from here, I'm going to tuck my bum, I'm going to tuck my ribs, so my spine is really kind of flexed. From there, I'm pushing into the band, and then I'm lifting it up, and I'm lifting it back down, or moving it back down. I'm pushing really hard, keeping that position. For me, I end up feeling like I want to go back into an arch, so tuck my bum, tuck my ribs, like so. That one is going to build up what we call your serratus muscle, which is here. It's one of those muscles that's involved in stabilizing your shoulder that definitely isn't working for you at the moment. So try that one, and if it's awful, let me know, but I think it should be beneficial. Now we're going into the ones that we would have gone through that you'll remember. So arm abduction. So from here, relax your shoulders, bring your shoulder blades back and down as far as they can go, and one arm at a time or two, doesn't matter, palm facing up, and then you're going to bring that arm up, and your end goal will be to get to here and back down. If you can only go to here today, that's fine, let's keep going with it, and then maybe tomorrow it'll be here, and maybe the day after it'll be here. So that's what we're working on, and do both sides on that one. Then you're going to move on to your arm circles. So same concept. The ideal world would be that you can reach forward, you can reach up, you can reach all the way back and around, and then the opposite way is just the opposite way, back, up and forward. See how I'm not rotating my body at all there? I'm just using that ball and socket joint and moving the ball in the socket. And if that circle is this for you, that's fine. We're just going to try to increase that in a pain-free range as we go. What's next? I've just had a little visitor here. Okay, so that is, my screen is crashing here. That is your upper body stuff. 1 to 3 rounds, that's depending. I would start with 1, see how it feels, and build it up. Then we've got our lower body primer. So this is to kind of get you ready for some strength work for your lower body, because we know that really all that's wrong in your lower body at the moment is that it's not as strong as it could be. So strength is going to be key for the lower body. Glute bridge hold with arch lift. So this is combining two movements that you were doing together. A glute bridge hold, as you know, is this one where you're lying down, soles your feet are on the ground, you tuck your bum again, and you lift your hips up. But now, while you're doing this, I want you to think about that arch lift one that we were doing, where you were on the ground and you were lifting the arches up. You're going to do the exact same when you're in the glute bridge. You're just creating that arch, and you'll just find it'll be a different sensation in your body, and it'll just create or get different muscles working. So play around with that one. Rolling your adductors. I think this one might be a little bit sore like that one was, but we'll see how it goes. So get your roller. This leg can kind of do what it wants. Some people go up onto their knee like that. This is probably fine for you. So you're just getting, this leg is straight. You're just going to roll your leg up and down. So see how I'm using this arm for an anchor? This leg is kind of doing a fair bit of work, and then I'm just going up and down from my knee all the way up to kind of my pelvis there. So just play around with that. Those muscles I think are fairly tight and loose, so I'm just going to work on loosening them out. Lying hip circles then. That one, you're lying on the ground. One leg is pinned down, your arms are pinned down, your head is on the ground. You're just making a big circle with that leg, just like the arm circles, and increase it if it's pain free. You're going to go off each side, opposite directions. And then your last one of that primer are your air squats. You've got that nice narrow stance when you do your air squats. Just going to do 10 of those. You can go a little bit wider if you want. Play around with that. Keep your chest up. We'll just do 10. Right, so that's your primer. I'm getting you ready for the strength. I've got two different strength sections for you again, and I've explained how you can go about those. The first thing is a goblet squat or an air squat. So you just did an air squat. If you find it okay, let's do a goblet version. So holding a weight in the front. Same idea, push through your feet, push your knees out on the way down and on the way back up. Then you're going to do your kettlebell RDLs. With this for you, I notice your knees travel forward a bit, so you want to really focus on it being a hip hinge. If you think about it, so your hip is like the hinge of a door, and you're trying to close and open that hinge. So it's fully open right now, and then it's closing in and back open again. See how I just unlock my knees, and after that then it's just hips going back, and my hamstrings are really talking to me at the end of that rep because they're working hard. So that's what you want, as opposed to kind of knees traveling forward. Seated banded row, these guys are a gift for you. I think you should do them as much as you can. Get a band, a pair of tights, whatever you need. Wrap it around something steady. Stay upright, shoulder blades back and down, elbows by your sides, and then pull, making sure those elbows stay tight and go behind you. Relax your head as well, just making sure that your neck isn't doing too much work for you. Single leg stand then. We'll develop this onto something else at a later date, but for now I want you to do is stand on one leg. So make sure that everything is stacked, that you're not leaning over to the side, knee, hip, shoulder, and you're just going to stand, go nice and tall. If you find it kind of easy, bend your knee and hinge back, or play around, move your hands, close your eyes, do that kind of stuff, just to increase that difficulty. And think about the arch of your foot as well. Think about creating that arch when you're doing that one. Okay, your second strength one, single leg squats to a box. You loved these the last day. Whatever height works for you right now, stand on that leg, sit down, and when you're at the bottom, push through that foot to come back up, drive your hips through. And you're going to do one extra set at the end on your left leg, or maybe do one extra rep per round, just to keep that balance. You're going to do your wall side hold, which we covered at the last day. Ribs into the wall, push your shoulder blades together and push your elbows into the wall. We're just going to hold that one. Got weighted step up, so you're going to hold the weight and you're going to step up onto your box. So stepping, push to that front leg like so, back down on whatever leg you want, but then you're going to go up on the opposite leg, making sure you fully stand up at the top. And we have one more. Oh yeah, one more. Again, using your chair, you're going to put a weight on your hips if you can. From here, push through your feet, lift your hips up and back down. like so. This is a great way to build strength without putting too much pressure on your knees. Just make sure whatever you're leaning against isn't too high. It's just that kind of shoulder blade level, and that it's steady, that it's not going to slide across the floor on you like my one just did. Okay, loads there. Talk soon. Bye-bye.